is up, Baton Rouge? I'm Lee Jacoby, your 2025 Fort Cancer Event Chair with Oshner MD Anderson Cancer Center.
And I'm Caitlin Cockerham, your American Cancer Society staff partner. We are so excited to be here in the Garage Studios, brought to you by Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys. Shout out Gordon and his team for hosting us. We are thrilled to be interviewing majority of our amazing tastemakers over the next couple of days to hear all about their why, what they're excited about for Fort Cancer, get to know them on a little deeper level. And so without further ado, let's get into it.
Yeah, let's hear from our tastemakers. Thanks, guys. Here we go. All right, today in the studio, we have the one, the only, Adam Beary.
Yeah. What's up?
We're super pumped to have you today.
I'm super pumped to be here.
So before I have a game actually, but I want you to introduce to us really quickly who the heck is Adam, because he's absolutely fantastic. What do you do? A little bit about that, and we'll get into it more later.
So I'm the CEO of Bear Process Safety. So that is, we do like industrial risk assessment, boring, blah, 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 but like safety engineering. And then also I am the COO, one more important job. My wife is the CEO of Grizz Veterinary Services. So we do relief veterinary work here in Louisiana, and we're launching an app pretty soon. Next week, actually.
All right, this is great promotion podcast.
Great
for
promotion.
It. There we go. And with the hat, product placement.
Hat is Bear. Yeah, that's right.
I love it.
Right.
Okay, well, we're going to start with the game just so everyone can get to know you.
I'm also a singer, an artist, all that kind of stuff. So.
Okay, a painter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
good.
I love it. A chef.
That's right.
All
a good chef. I'm a very good chef. Yeah.
Yeah. So I want everyone to get to know you because I know you. I bet a lot of people watching this know you already, so it's fine. We'll just get to hear more about you, which is great. So we're going to kick it with a game. All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's go. Frozen or on the rocks?
On the rocks.
Sweet or savory?
Savory.
Okay. Favorite place you have ever traveled?
Jackson Hole, Wyoming.
Why?
It was just like super beautiful. It like never a bad day.
What time of the year you go?
We went right before the winter. Went in October.
Okay.
So there was no snow, but it was just cold enough that you could hike. You could do all kind of stuff. Went to the top of the mountains. It was awesome. Had some great pictures.
Sweet.
For the adventure wall for me and my wife.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that. You guys have an adventure wall?
Oh yeah.
With all your pictures?
All of our travels and pictures all across the world.
I love that.
And we get art and different things and put it on the wall. Yeah, it's cool.
That's cool. It's a cool little collage. You are an artist.
I'm a real artist.
There you go.
But also that too.
I apologize. Yeah. Your favorite snack?
I'm not eating it right now, but Cheez-Its is my favorite snack.
Michael Benton said Cheez-Its as well.
Well, Michael Benton and I have both great beards, so that makes sense.
That does make sense. You bearded up together.
That's
both GQ Men of the Years.
That's right.
I agree.
I'm Michael a little more than me, but yeah, sure.
No. Okay, I already know your answer. Lil Wayne or Boosie?
Boosie. Till I die.
There we go. I did ask you.
If he's listening, till I die.
Till you die.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hit him up.
Yeah, let me know.
Hit Adam up.
Whatever you need. You need a hype man, I got you.
You would be the best.
I've been with TH for forever since I was in middle school. That's my guy.
That's awesome. We asked the tastemakers what their walk-up song would be. Like you answer all the questions, and you said Boosie, and you said no questions asked. Like I don't need to say anything else.
Yeah, I don't need to say anything else.
Yeah, I loved that.
Yeah.
Okay, who would your 3 dream dinner party attendees be?
3 dream dinner party.
Yeah, or you could do 1. 2. But it all has to make sense. You know, the rotation.
So they have to. Can they be like eclectic, or they have to like make sense together?
Whatever you want. It's your question. It's your stage.
Okay, so this is gonna be a really out of the blue one.
I love it.
Scott Staff.
Okay.
Lead singer of Creed. When I was a kid, I loved Creed.
You did?
Yeah, I still love Creed. Actually,
yes.
I'm going to see Creed in June.
Wait, I want to go. Where are they playing?
New Orleans.
Okay, I'm going. I'm buying tickets.
That's great.
Let's go. Tastemaker night out.
Yeah, I know.
All right, we're all going to Creed. Y'all heard me now. We're going to Creed.
Scott Staff. Also, Steve Jobs. I just think I'm an entrepreneur. I think the way he created a brand and basically changed our entire lifestyle and told us that we needed it and we didn't know we needed it. I'm always fascinated by that.
That is fascinating.
I think that's super awesome. And then This could be really random, but one of my favorite athletes as a kid, Shaquille O'Neal. That'd be cool.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
I like that. That's a
very
good group.
It's a very random group.
But I like it.
Scott Stapp, Steve Jobs, Shaquille O'Neal. But yeah,
got everything.
You got everything.
We got all
Shaq
the
can
bases
talk to you
covered.
about food, championships.
So it's basically you, like you're,
Yeah.
musician, artist,
Entrepreneur,
CEO, COO, all the
Yeah,
things.
be great.
All our bases covered. That's awesome. I like what you said about Steve Jobs too.
Yeah.
I think it's fascinating. I did like a bunch of case studies, and I did a thesis on him versus Martin Luther King as a leader and their leadership styles. It was really fascinating. But
Yeah,
anyway.
he's a fascinating guy. Just
Yeah.
like a lot of books about him, how he really was like very to the point but got the most out of people.
Right.
They would say time and time again, it was like the best work they ever did in their career was working for him.
Right.
And also the aspect of like, we all thought CDs were cool. And he was like, no, they're not.
Yeah.
And
Just watch me.
Yeah. And just over time we were like, okay, cool. I mean,
Sounds good.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
It
to
is
think
crazy.
about. Yeah.
It is wild. So I'm so pumped to have you here. I'm glad that you said yes to a tastemaker. Fun fact, when we were picking the tastemakers or talking about the tastemakers, who do we want? You're the first person on the slide, obviously, because your name is Adam A. We all know the ABCs.
Yeah.
But we all go, Adam, yes, next. Like it was like I don't know if you're a Harry Potter fan, but like this hat goes on. Oh, Draco Malfoy, sorry, and they're like Slytherin before it even touches the head.
Yeah.
It was like that.
No, I know. I got what you're saying. I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I
But
like to think that's because we had such a great time together as
did.
committee members in the same
That was
subcommittee.
we did.
That was
Adam was
awesome.
on our committee.
Yeah.
He got the band up there. We're gonna put his face actually, hopefully, on the band set this
We're
year.
working on that.
Yeah, we're working on that
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
Or with Bear on it. That'd be
Yeah.
awesome. But what makes you so excited to be an actual tastemaker this year? And so on the other side of the curtain.
So I think, I'm always looking for ways to give back in the community.
Yeah.
And we've done some cool stuff over the years. I'm on some great boards in this community. But I have just always loved this event. I think it's very unique in Baton Rouge. Like, hey, I tell people all the time, we're known for food.
Yeah.
I know our friends in New Orleans would say like Baton Rouge food isn't good,
Yeah.
but I've traveled the whole world. It is good. So to be able to showcase that, a lot of my
Yeah.
friends are chefs and owners of restaurants, and it's awesome to get them to do their work. It's always a fun time. And I think it's an opportunity where young individuals can make a huge difference. And a lot of times we think of nonprofits as like big galas and these things where you got to write checks for millions of dollars. And this is like, hey, pay $100, come have great food, have a great time, and you are making an impact. And I
Really?
think that's really awesome to give somebody the first step in being involved. And so for me to be able to use whatever small platform I have to encourage my friends and people around me, maybe who or work with me or look up to me or whatever, to say, hey, this is how you can get involved. It's an easy way to do it. Just kind of excites me.
Yeah.
To be able to do that kind of publicly. I love the aspect of the committee. I'll probably serve on the committee in perpetuity after I'm a tastemaker because I just loved it.
Yes.
But I do think as a forward-facing aspect this year, it's been really cool to kind of get people hyped up about what we're doing.
Yeah, I mean, I love all the videos you're making online and
Well,
being
we're
able to
coming.
pull in
I
different
got a
ways.
special one coming
I know,
out.
I'm
It's going to
pumped.
be awesome.
It's gonna be good. Something that I've always really liked about you, Adam, ever since I met you, is your, I guess, investment into Baton Rouge, not only as a city but also the younger generation. And for me, being obviously on the younger side of this aspect, I really value that. And why? I guess. I mean, I know why, but what inspires you to do that? What makes you tick, and why Baton Rouge?
So I grew up in a small town. Like if Kent was here, she'd say, "Whoop whoop, LP."
LP. Oh yeah, we did shout out Michael too. LP. So there you go. Yeah.
LP. So right outside of Baton Rouge, and I tell people this a lot. Like when we were kids, like if we went somewhere, like we went to Baton Rouge.
Yeah.
So I loved Baton Rouge as a kid. I
Yeah.
loved LSU. I loved the fact that there were parks. I loved the fact that you could see the river, and there was just all this thing that like in rural living you really didn't get. So to me, this was always an adventure and an opportunity. And when I grew up and I moved here, I went to LSU just because I loved LSU as a kid, but
Yeah.
I still really fell in love with the campus and the people that lived here. I thought it was the best city in America because it
I
had
love
this
that.
small town feel, but we had the aspects of a city, right?
And so much energy.
And yeah, it's like, it's also an opportunity. A lot of times some people look at a smaller place and they say, oh, you want to be a big fish in a small pond. I think your impact goes that much further.
I agree.
In Baton Rouge.
Yeah.
And I love it. I love the fact that I could reach out to anyone from across our demographic in this city, and I can help their business no matter what.
Right.
And why do I help younger generation? It's honestly, started a business at 27. I was not super intelligent. I had no money. And so when I went around and asked everyone, I mean, like literally everyone I knew and I did not know for help, they all helped me. They were all excited about helping me.
Extending that.
And it's extending that. It's like, hey, I've been there before. And that doesn't just mean that you have to be young.
Yeah.
But obviously we have more of those questions when we're young. But I'm just super passionate about it.
Yeah.
Of whatever I can do to help. If that is finding a 360 video booth for our sponsorship,
Clutch, yeah.
Or if that's like, hey man, let's write a business plan together, or you're really struggling, like just let's go to coffee and you can tell me what's happening. I think everything we do, we don't really realize small things that we do on a day-to-day basis make a huge impact.
For sure.
And some of the biggest things in my life this year is I've had a couple friends tell me that at certain points in their life, I saved their life, and I was just being a friend. And so I think there's an aspect of that. I remember the people who, when I started my business, I thought I couldn't have made it if they were not helping me.
Right.
And they actually probably don't know that. I probably should tell them that. But I want someone else to just like have that story, and they can do the same thing later.
And be able to have that opportunity just as you. I mean, it's like, let me sit down, let me help you learn from what I did wrong. You're going to fail too. Let's be straight up about that.
Right.
But you won't fail the way I did. It will be a different way. It'll be your own unique way. And let's walk that together. And how can I help you?
I think there's so many people out there today telling people why they won't succeed.
Yeah.
I would just rather be the one voice that says you will.
You will. And here's how we're going to do it.
Here's how
let's
we're going to do it
game plan.
together.
Let's put it on the whiteboard.
Absolutely.
My favorite. Can we all color coded too?
Oh,
yeah. I mean, you know me.
I know you.
Yeah.
You know
I'll
me. You know, I'm going to let you color code, and
okay.
I'll just
Thank you.
scribble on
I
the board.
appreciate
Yeah,
that. It helps my heart, my organization heart. Tell me a little bit about Bear Processing, and like you are the CEO.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me about it. I want to know all the things.
So I started it when I was 27.
Yeah.
I have a chemical engineering degree from LSU.
Big dog.
Yeah. I mean, my grades were not that great. I had a lot of fun.
Are you mad that you didn't get PFT and now they have PFT?
I am, actually. We had the Kane department. Shout out to the Coates department. Kane? Coates? I think it's Kane.
I don't know.
Dr. Kane, rest in peace. Sorry, man, but your building was super old and decrepit.
And so they said no,
we did not have PFT. And then now, they have like a Panera.
Yeah.
And like a bunch of like cool stuff.
I walk in there, everyone's like, you don't belong here.
Yeah, we didn't.
Sorry.
I'm like walking around. I don't know what door to go in when I'm like speaking there. Yeah. So,
okay.
I've done a couple things I never thought I would do.
Yeah,
I speak at the university sometimes, which is cool, which is awesome.
That is awesome.
Your original question?
Why talk about Bear, how it started?
Oh, yeah. So I started, and I was a design engineer out of school. I wasn't great at design engineering. I learned about this kind of whole realm of process safety. So like kind of the basis of what we do is we analyze risk at the companies and try to mitigate the potential of release, right? So as being someone passionate in Baton Rouge, I obviously want our citizens to be safe. And not only our 100%. Citizens, I want our workers and our hard workers. I come from a 5th generation industrial worker family.
No way.
And so my dad and my grandfather both had different little incidents and things at the site because it wasn't that safe. And my dad's got some scars to prove that. Nothing debilitating, but we know people who that's not been their story, right? And so an aspect to sort of in sometimes a small way and sometimes in a large way to affect change in that manner, because I do think that some of the things our manufacturing groups do is awesome and amazing. And so if we can do that safely and we can respect our local community in doing that, I think cohesively that all works together.
Yeah, it all comes together.
And so that's what we do at Bear. And that's why I'm passionate about it. We always say, not to fully plug, but we're taking the cancer out of Cancer Alley.
I was about to say, I was thinking about that all the time. I was like,
so for cancer, that's appropriate here. It's in our mission of everything that we do is thinking about our community.
That's awesome. And everything. I mean, when I think of community, I truly think of you, which is, I'm so excited that you are a tastemaker this year. And what do you really hope that for cancer, like how do you hope that this impacts the community and what we take away from the event and continue with the event?
I mean, I think we take away that hopefully there's some people who've never experienced the event before and maybe
Right.
have been siloed in other events that they do,
Yeah.
and realize that in this ecosystem in Baton Rouge, we all can help each other
We
as
all can
a
play
team.
the sandbox
We
together.
play in the same box together. This aspect that we are tackling, like one day we will say, like that, those 6 letters are not scary. We only can do that if we do that together. And I think that hopefully by the mission in our event, the event that we have, the opportunity that we can bring all these restaurants and these business owners
Yeah.
together, people who love those spaces, and they can say, hey, these guys are a part of it. They can realize that, like, hey, it's not territorial. We're all in the same spot. And if we work together as a team, there is real hope in the phrase I just made.
100%.
Yeah.
I couldn't agree more, because me working on the healthcare side, I see it's like, yes, there's so many different options of who you want to go to for your
Right.
healthcare, physician, provider, surgeon, whoever. And when you're making that selection, you want to make sure you got that personal touch. And yeah, I mean, sure, people could say it could get competitive, but I said, we have the same goal in mind. We have the same mission to provide care, resources, support services, education to everybody who would be involved in this cancer journey. It doesn't matter who you are, what your name is, what color you wear,
Right.
if it's, what symbol is on your white coat. We all have the same goal, and it's making that impact. And that's genuinely why I think you and I are still so involved in Fort Cancer, and will continue to do that, is because of the impact we want to continue to make in our
Absolutely.
community,
Yeah,
which is all coming together. I mean, it doesn't matter. We're all human. We're all going to be able to rock it out with each other.
Yeah.
I think it's impactful. Yeah, I'm excited for that. I do have a fun question about your job, if we pivot real quickly.
Okay.
What is one thing about your job or industry that most people would not know?
About my job in particular,
Yes, I want to know. Yes.
is that
being a CEO?
Yeah. But as an engineer too,
Yeah, but as
a lot of people think like
multifaceted.
I do like calculations all day. I don't do any math in my day-to-day job.
Really?
Yeah.
What? So then, like, you have to do all this math and fluids, right? Did you have to do fluids?
Yeah, I had to do all that stuff. So
But
basically,
you don't use any of it.
well, I use it,
Okay.
but I'm saying like today, like basically I do the reviews and I talk with different experts from the site. So most of the time they do it.
Yeah.
Or if we need something calculated, well, now I'm the CEO, so I don't do that much. But it's kind of funny.
You can delegate it.
Delegate a little
effectively,
bit. But
yeah.
everybody always says, oh, you're an engineer. You must love math. You must do math every
Yeah.
day. I'm like, actually, I haven't done like a math problem except for my like personal finances in probably
Yeah.
like 3 or 4 years.
We should have made that the game. Like, solve this PEMDAS question. Like,
I could not have done it.
parentheses, exponent. That's awesome. So you said with you leading, I'm really interested. I don't know if there's a leader that you look up to, or if there is a leadership quality or leadership style that you embody within your work every day, outside, even if it's out there or with Grizz, or with the work that you just do in general and all of the things you're involved with in the community.
I think I'm really passionate about following leaders who understand a nuanced communication between being direct but being empathetic. And it's one of our core values at Bear. We call it radically sincere.
I'm reading a book, Radically
Radical Candor is a great
Yeah.
book. Kim
I'm reading
Scott.
it. Yeah.
I would recommend it to anyone
It
who's
is
listening. It's fantastic.
So good. Everyone should go read that. It's helped me a lot, actually.
But we talked about Steve Jobs earlier. We've talked about in the book. Kim talks about Larry Ellison, different
Yeah.
aspects of leaders, her leader style as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think I have a tendency to be overly nice until then it's frustrating because someone's not doing their job, and then I'm like overly direct.
Right.
So honing in and getting that balance, I think that people, then it spans across like all generations of age.
It
If
does.
they
It's
think
just
that you
different.
care, but they care enough
Right.
about their work, then they'll like go to bat for you. They'll be super
Exactly.
loyal for you. So as far as the style, I love that. And if I had to pinpoint a local person to shout that out, a friend of mine, Jeremy Bate, he is the chief content officer at 368. He is phenomenal at this. He is just, when you talk to him, he's very direct. He's very to the point of what they need, but he's just always listening. He's always empathetic. So
I love that.
shout out to him. He doesn't get enough credit. He's one of the best leaders in this town.
That's
I mean that.
amazing.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And I think it's a muscle that we almost have to train, and we have to stretch and flex. Because I'm reading the book right now too, and you're only doing yourself a disservice as a leader if you're not telling your team, hey, these are where you need to improve, or this is not working out. Let's fix it. Let's pivot. You're only hurting yourself and your team at the end. And so I something I need to work on.
Yeah.
Definitely need to strengthen
The book's
that
great.
muscle.
Hey, I've failed before at it. We're
Maybe
working
this
on
whole
it.
can just be an podcast about the book now.
Yeah,
we'll
we
just
can if
pivot
you
real
want.
quick. Yeah. No. That'd be funny. So what is something that you are excited about with Fort Cancer, and for somebody looking to get more involved, what would you tell to them? Like, what would you say to them? Just in the community. It can be outside of Fort Cancer as well.
I think if you want to get involved in either Fork or the community, and that can be on a one-time basis on some event, that can be community engagement, that can be a board, that can be going to a local public school that we have and telling kids about what you do and they've never known what you do.
Yeah.
Just do
it.
There's no, like
Shia
you
LaBeouf.
could go,
just do it.
You could go to any person who has this idea, and if you pitch it to at least 5 of them, one of them will say yes and will give you the opportunity. Because no one wants to turn down the ability of just like positivity and, hey, I want to do a thing for somebody for free, for sure.
Let's create, let's make something magical
Just
together.
make it happen. I think that sometimes we get too in our head. In the beginning, it's like, well, what board do I want to join to advance my career? And what event do I want to be in because I want it to be a cool event? And those are all byproducts of if you become someone who just wants to help and you become valuable, you will be undeniable in the events that you thought were cool and awesome and you wanted to be a part of. They'll just ask you.
Yeah.
Like forecast me.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Adam stepped up. I guess it was Sean, right?
Yeah.
Sean, he just like stepped in one day and he's like, hi, I'm Adam. Like, I'm here to be on special events. I was like, okay, yay. Well, first we were like excited more guys were being involved in Fork. I know it can get a lot sometimes. So then, I mean, you just came out of the woodworks and just everything we needed. You're like, I can help you. I'll deliver. Let me do this. And so it was so just refreshing and exciting to see somebody so committed, so devoted, and like ready to make change in their own community. And I think people lose sight of that because you have everything going on in the world. I mean, it's just scary and it's natural. You have negativity all around you, but you have really been just this bright light that's like, whatever we can do to come together to make something happen, let's go.
Yeah, and I will say this, like joining that committee, it's like, I know you guys always think like I did a ton.
You did.
But
You did.
me,
you would produce in the moments where like, oh, like we don't know, and you're like, I got it. So it was the moments that like.
But it would be the aspect of like, I guess the point I would make is that's what I was comfortable doing, right? Like I didn't come into the committee and say, I'm not comfortable doing spreadsheets. So I didn't come and look at your spreadsheets and say, hey, we need to edit these. And I think sometimes we also get intimidated when we're getting involved in something that like we have to do something out of our comfort zone.
Right.
It's no, you have a value. Just offer that value.
Use your strengths.
Use your strength.
Let's collab together. I have different strengths than you.
Absolutely.
This is how we're going to make something
beautiful. You
beautiful.
don't have to run the whole event.
Yeah.
You just need to be a part, and that'll get your feet wet, and then sky's the limit.
Exactly. And being a part of, like you said, big fish, small pond, well, then your reach goes that much farther.
Absolutely.
So I love that. I love that a lot. And I think to your point, you were saying like, okay, we'll just use your strength. Let's all collab together. I think we forget that. And so we're like, wait, we need to change it up. It's like, no, just go with what you know. It's what you do best.
If we have a competition that lifts something heavy and then runs, I'm lifting. I'm not running. Right, that's pretty obvious. So, if I say, "Hey, I'm not gonna join because I can't run," it's like, well, you're missing the point.
Do what you do best.
Do what you do best. There's some value in that, and you understand who you are. You understand what you do best. You can excel at it. You can be focused at it. You're gonna make a lasting impact.
Yeah, I always say like success is in the heart. The rest is just details. My coach used to say that to me all the time. So I always say that. I mean, success is in this team. Success is being a tastemaker, which is awesome. I mean, you guys are 10 out of 10 successful people. So just to kind of wrap it up, I have a fun question if you're ready for it.
Okay.
So if your life had a theme song, what would it be?
First Class, Jack Harlow.
Okay, why? And will you sing for us? No, I'm just kidding.
Because I'm first class.
There you go.
Pretty much. People tell me I have very much a cashmere taste in life.
Yes.
But that's just because I think that anything worth doing is worth doing excellent. And
Yeah,
so I
100%.
don't want to take the trip half-ass. If it's a big long trip, let's do it right. If it's investment in your community, let's do it right. If it's a business, I told someone this morning, I'm burning the boats, baby. There's no going back.
Burning the boats. I love it.
There's no going back. I'm not going back to mediocrity. I said this recently at an event to some young entrepreneurs. I said the best thing you can be in life is awesome. The second best thing you can be in life is terrible. The worst thing you can be is mediocre.
I like that.
So just go for it.
Why not? I mean, it's failure's part of life. You got to learn
Right.
either way.
So I'm
might as well
always
shoot for being awesome.
always striving that first class feeling.
Yeah, it must be nice because you're already there. You're hitting it.
It is. It's
you
nice.
are awesome. You do have that caviar style and that caviar taste. I love that. And then before we go, I want you to talk about your event. We're gonna do a really cool collab. I'll let you introduce it on March 23rd. I'm super excited. It's gonna be dope.
Yeah, March 23rd, Leighton Carbo and Brandon Landry have been super gracious to us. They're going to open
We're
up
so grateful.
Supper Club Baton Rouge on a Sunday night, fully staff it for us, and they're going to give back 25% of the night's take.
That's absolutely insane.
It's awesome. And really they're just doing it because, obviously, I don't want to say obviously, but they want to be involved in our community. We are members at Supper Club. We talked to them. They said, no questions asked. We'll do it like within a day. They were like, yeah, we'll do it. This is what we come up with. We're going to shoot a cool video there in the next couple of weeks to do it. And then also at that event, there's a resort company out of the Caribbean that's giving us some resort packages and vacations. So if you reserve and you show up, you'll be entered to win a trip to Panama.
Yes, and it's the person's name on the reservation, right?
Person's name on the reservation.
Name on the reservation.
Yeah. So
you figured out.
If it's 6 of you and you want to fight over who gets it, it's going to be the person's name on the reservation. But Supper Club said they're going to give us that list, and then we will do a drawing,
That's awesome.
a randomizer, and you'll get a trip.
Well, thank you to them, especially Supper Club. You guys are amazing to be able to do that. Let us have it there. Let Adam do that, and the 25% back. I mean, clearly you're just surrounding yourself with the greatest people. Always surround yourself with people who are better than you. It pushes you to be better, so no one's mediocre and terrible. We're always awesome, right?
Yeah, always awesome.
Well, I appreciate you for being an awesome tastemaker. Thank you for coming today.
I appreciate
and
you. Thanks
let's rock it out. Come see us on May 1st. Yeah.
May
and let's all
1st.
support Adam. So show
May
up at
1st.
Supper Club.
Buy some tickets.
Yes.
You can still buy tickets under my name too.
You
everyone. Can just give me money straight up under Adam's name at ACS. You can just donate to the page.
Everyone go to fortcancerbatonrouge.org and look for Adam. He'd be the first one. If you're going alphabetical order. Yeah.
Alphabetical order.
And donate right there and let's kick it.
Let's
Thank
go.
you. We appreciate you. Love y'all.
Peace
out.